Okay, now you're gonna write the programming of the apps. First, you go to browse, and then you call a procedure. Call it to procedure do, and then you change the name to move underscore random. After that, you go to the another thing. We did rename our first sprite. The rename is at love sprite now. Okay, and go to a love sprite. You call the love sprite move to, put it here, and then you go to the max random integer from 1 to, okay, here you duplicate it. Okay, you change the 100, you delete it. Again, delete button, or you can just drag it and delete from up to you. And then you go to home canvas. With, as we know, the X is a horizontal, so you say width and duplicate, put it here. Change the width to height. The Y is a vertical, so use a height. And then you go to the screen one, and then click it. When screen one initializes, when you start the apps, you will call the move random, so the sprite will move everywhere, every 1 minute. But how we know is every 1 minute? So you go, not 1 minute, it's 1 second, every 1 second. How we know it's every 1 second? So we go to the clock 1 and then timer. Okay, you can see here our timer got 1. The in time interval is 1000. So every 1000 milliseconds with 1 second, it will move once. So we call it move randomly. Okay, so if you test your app, you can see your sprite moving everywhere. Okay, and then now you're gonna put some setting on our sprite. Okay, so we go to when our love sprite is touched. Okay, you call the sound vibrate millisecond, so it will vibrate, that means we touch it. So put in some maths, it will vibrate half a second, so put it 500. Okay, and then when you set the score label text, okay, set the score label text to so every time you press 1, so you move it for 1 here. Every time the score label text itself will plus 1. So from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, now we need to set a few conditions to make our apps have few level. First, the normal level, if and then. Okay, if using a logic, if the score label text, you duplicate it, put inside, and here you also duplicate it, put inside. If is equal to 5, this means you get 5 over the left. And then you set the that sprite. You set it. That's right. Picture to set the best sprite picture to here. Okay, then you write ab2.png. Remember, you should write in all small letter. It's very case sensitive. Okay, and then you set the dead sprite visible to true. So you go to logic and put in true. Okay, and then you shall call text to speech, speak a message, and then you write a message. Okay, you can write whatever message you want. So for me, I will write that you are super hero in my life. And then I will call the notifier to show alert notice. Okay, so you will write, copy and paste, same thing, and then do the same thing, and then we decided we should stop the clock at this moment. So we set the clock timer enable. Okay, to false. And then we also saw you can go to clock here, and then we need to set the new time interval so that next challenge will be faster. Set time interval to, okay, just now in 1000 you can write in, becomes faster, you can write 100, and then set the left sprite. So need to set the left sprite visible to false. Okay, it's our first stage. Our next stage is very easy. Just copy this one, duplicate, and put it all inside. First thing we can change is the number of the score to 10, and then we change the baby to kid 2.png, and then everything remains same except the sentence you want to write. This is the second message you want to pass your father. You can write whatever you want. I will write that. Thank you for listening. So same, you paste it. Okay, this one throw it. The same. And then you set the speed to be faster and more challenging. 600 is very challenging, so just half a second. nearly half a second. Okay, and then you can put in one more. Okay, you can put whatever, how many stage you want, and just change that in the picture and change the number. Okay, here. Alright, love that. .png. So this is square sensitive as well. Okay, change the sentence that I love you. Happy Father's Day. So copy and paste. Delete. Okay. Okay, here is a bit tricky. If you are gonna to end it, so you need to set back the time interval to 1000. So I go back to the initial stage, and then you need to set the score label test to 0. And then you need to set, remember we still have a subscribe, so we need to show it subscribe visible to true. So copy and paste it and change to true. Okay, so our subscribe will be appear. Okay, now we go to this. So remember we still have view button. Okay, now we need to programming on that view button. First, we have a reset button. Reset button, what it do is we reset everything. So when reset button click, so you can click here, time enable, duplicate, straight, just to true, and then set receiver, just change it to false, left sprite receiver, change it to true, set the scoring for test to 0 as well, but you can decide any times. So, and then what you should do is call the that sprite visible to false. So here, change it to false. Okay, and we have a next button. So it's a continue button. So okay. It's almost everything is same as this one. So we call it that sprite. This will to false. Grab one time enable to true. Self sprite and subscribe. But you didn't change the score label test. So now you can enjoy the apps. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, one more thing I would like to add on is I found a bug. So I shouldn't write 100, it should be 1000. So I typo error, and then here should be duplicated and put in the reset button as well. So when reset button, you will reset the time interval to 1000. So another thing I would like to add on is when you go to screen 1, you found there's an icon. You can change the icon to whatever icon you want by finding Google image, your Father Day icon, just pick the icon and then save it. And then just upload here. I already have doing one icon for you, just pick this one. If you want to search for other image, just pick it OK. So that's all for our apps. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.